These people always come in here trying to waste our time, the salesman said to his coworker. He was talking about me standing in the Mercedes showroom wearing jeans and a hoodie. The whole sales team was watching me like security guards, acting like I had come to rob the place. I'm a neurosurgeon, but the salesman, Brad, saw a black man in casual clothes and assumed I was a criminal. I'm interested in that G-Wagon, I said calmly, pointing to the white AMG model. Brad actually snorted. Those start at $190,000, brother. Even I can't afford one. The bus stop is across the street if you are lost. When I walked toward the white AMG model, he physically stepped between me and the car. Whoa there, hands off the merchandise. I can't have you leaving fingerprints all over the leather. These cars are for serious buyers only. Another salesman laughed and said, Brad, be nice. Maybe he's a rapper. Brad smirked and replied loud enough for everyone to hear. Even rappers need credit, and we all know how that goes with these types. What Brad didn't know was that I had been planning this moment for 3 years. My mom raised me alone after my dad died, working as a janitor at the same hospital where I now run the entire neurosurgery department. She cleaned blood off operating room floors for 20 years so I could become the doctor saving lives in those same rooms. Every morning she would take 3 buses to work, and when we would pass this dealership, she'd always stare at the G-Wagons and say if she ever won the lottery, she would buy one. The day I finished my residency and signed my contract, I promised myself she would have her dream car. Brad followed me around the showroom with his hand hovering near his pocket like he had pepper spray. When I asked about financing options, he said, listen, I'm going to save you some embarrassment. We run credit checks before test drives, and I'm guessing your score starts with a 4. Maybe try the buy here, pay here lot down the street. They work with people with records. 3 days before my mom's 60th birthday, I went back to that dealership with a plan. Brad saw me coming and yelled across the showroom, I told you last week we don't do handouts here. Every customer turned to stare. His manager Steve walked over looking annoyed. Is this gentleman bothering you, Brad? Brad nodded. It is the same guy from the other day. He probably just wants to take pictures for Instagram to pretend he has money. I'm Dr. Davis, head of neurosurgery at the hospital, and I'm here to purchase a vehicle. Brad literally laughed in my face. Right, and I'm the president. Steve, call the cops. Just then, my phone rang, and I put my assistant on speaker. Dr. Davis, the ambassador's son is stable after the emergency surgery. His father wants to thank you personally for flying back from vacation to operate. Also, the board approved your department's new $2 million equipment request. Brad smirked. Nice friend you got to play along with your little scam. Wait, let me check something. Steve started Googling my name on his tablet. Holy shit, there really is a Dr. Davis in neurosurgery at the hospital. He turned the tablet toward Brad. This is the guy you're pretending to be. Brad scoffed. Brad's eyes lit up reading it. I wish we could get someone like that as a customer instead of dealing with. He gestured at me. Steve looked between the article's photo and me, then back at the photo. Brad, look at this picture carefully. Brad glanced at it. Yeah, impressive guy. So what? That's him. The man you're calling a fraud is Dr. Davis. Brad laughed nervously. Come on, this amazing surgeon couldn't be the same person who... He looked at me, then at the photo, then back at me. The color drained from his face as Steve started sucking up to me. Dr. Davis, I am so sorry for the misunderstanding. Please let me personally assist you. Actually, I want Brad to write up the sale so he can see how much commission he is about to lose, I said, staring him in the eye. I want to purchase a fully loaded AMG G63S with every possible option, and I will be paying cash for it today. Steve immediately called the owner while Brad stood there frozen. The owner arrived in 10 minutes, took one look at the security footage of Brad's behavior, and fired him instantly. You are on camera being racist to the surgeon who literally saved my grandson from brain cancer, the owner said, his voice shaking with rage. Brad actually started crying, but he was wearing a hoodie. How was I supposed to know? The owner turned to him and said loud enough for everyone to hear, because you are not supposed to judge anyone by their skin color, you racist piece of shit. You're fired. Get out of my dealership. As security threw Brad out, I left to pick up my mom for her birthday lunch like we had planned. Where are we going to eat? She asked when I pulled into the Mercedes dealership instead of the restaurant. I led her inside where the white G-Wagon sat with a massive red bow on it. When I handed her the keys, she fell to her knees, sobbing. This is too much, she kept saying, but I helped her up and held her tight. This car is nothing compared to what you sacrificed for me, I said. As we drove away, my mom called every single person she knew, starting each call with, you'll never believe what my baby boy just did.